Darcy's lineage coming, as men of old have sung, became a flowered bride, amid the cold of winter, when half spent was the night. Isaiah 'twas foretold it, the rose I have in mind. With Mary we behold it, the Virgin Mother kind, to show God's love aright. She bore to men a Savior, when half spent was the night.
Marley was dead to begin with. There was no doubt whatever about that.
The register of his burial was signed by the clergyman, the clerk, the undertaker, and the chief mourner.
But Scrooge signed it, and Scrooge's name was more than good enough.
Old Marley was as dead as a doornail.
I don't mean to say that I know of my own knowledge what there is particularly dead about a doornail.
Or to what degree that makes it the deadest piece of ironmongery.
But if you might therefore permit us to repeat emphatically,
Marley was as dead as a doornail.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay, for Jesus Christ our Savior was born upon this day, to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. From God our Heavenly Father, a blessed angel came, and unto certain shepherds brought tidings of the same, how that in Bethlehem was born a Son of God by name. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
Scrooge knew Marley was dead. Of course he did. How could it be otherwise?
Scrooge and he were partners for I don't know how many years.
Scrooge was his sole executor, his sole administrator, and his sole friend.
And his sole mourner.
Scrooge had not yet hinted out old Marley's name from the front side.
There it stood for years afterward, above the warehouse door.
Scrooge and Marley.
People new to the business sometimes call him Scrooge and sometimes Marley.
But he answered the boat. It was all the same to him.
Oh, but he was a tight because of the hand at the grindstone.
As hard and sharp as flint.
So very secretive.
So very self-contained.
Solitary as a tight oyster.
The cold within him froze his old features, nipped his pointed nose, shriveled his cheek, stiffened his gait, made his eyes red, his thin lips blue, and spoke out shrewdly in his grating voice.
Nobody ever stopped him in the street to say, "My dear Scrooge, how are you? When will you come to see me?"
Instead his voice was so trifle. 9 children rather asked him what was o'clock.
No man or woman in all his life ever stopped him to ask the way to such and such a place.
But what did Scrooge care? It was the very thing he liked.
To edge his way along the crowded paths of life, willing all human sympathy to keep its distance.
Once upon a time, of all the good days in the year, on Christmas Eve, Scrooge sat busy in his counting house.
And what, Mr. Cratchit, might you possibly be doing?
Well, I had just imagined that since it is such a dark day and the park is so cold and bare that I might put at least a call in the snow in my writing desk. A smoking.
Mr. Cratchit, aware of the current price of coal?
Of course, sir. I put out the order the first of the month.
And when, Mr. Cratchit, do we receive the coal for this office?
The 5th of the month, sir.
Hence, do you recall placing the daily allotment in the stove this morning?
Of course, Mr. Scrooge. Yes, sir.
And are you aware of the current date, Mr. Cratchit?
The 24th of December, sir.
Then that will have to do, will it not?
Yes, sir.
Unless you wish me to be a wastrel with hard-won wages?
No, sir. Of course not, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw
Quite enough of that arduous din, nephew.
Ah, Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Bah! Humbug!
Christmas a humbug? I am sure you don't mean that, Uncle.
I do. Merry Christmas. What right have you to be merry? What reason have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
Come then, what right have you to be dismal? What reason have you to be morose? You're plenty rich enough.
It's all this stuff and nonsense that puts me in such ill humor, as I'm sure Mr. Cratchit can attest. Is that not the case, Cratchit?
Don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be, Frederick? Would I live in such a world of fools as this? Merry Christmas. What's Christmas time to you but a time for paying bills without money?
But the season of Christmas, Uncle.
If I could work my will, every idiot who goes around with Merry Christmas on his lips would be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart. Nephew, keep Christmas in your own way, and let me keep it in mine.
Keep it? But you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone, then. Much good it may do you.
There are many things of which I might have derived good that I have not profited. Here I say Christmas among them. I am sure I always have thought of Christmas as a good time, a pleasant time, a charitable, forgiving time.
Ah.
Yes, sir. It is the one time a year where men and women, by one consent, feel they can open their shut-up hearts freely and look at the people below them as if they were really fellow passengers to the grave.
Bah!
Yes, sir, even though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I say Christmas has done me good and will do me good, and I say God bless it.
Another sound out of you, and you'll keep your Christmas by losing your situation.
Apologies, sir.
Well then, nephew, you're quite a powerful speaker, sir. I wonder you don't go into Parliament.
Please don't be angry, Uncle. Come dine with us tomorrow.
Tomorrow? I'll see you first in...
Mr. Scrooge, please.
Humbug.
But why, sir, why?
Why? Why did you get married?
Because I fell in love.
Because you fell in love. Ah.
Uncle, perhaps if you had known love, you would...
Good afternoon.
Nay, Uncle, doubt was never a reason for not coming before. Why use it as a reason now?
Good afternoon.
I ask nothing of you, I want nothing of you. Why cannot we be friends?
Good afternoon.
It pains my heart to find you so resolute. We have never had a quarrel to which I have ever been a party. But I come this year, as always, making the same request, and I shall keep my Christmas cheer to the end. So I say, a Merry Christmas to you, Uncle.
Good afternoon!
And a Happy New Year.
Bah! Humbug! On with you this instant!
And a Merry Christmas to you, Bob Cratchit.
And to you, sir. Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year.
You too, Master Bob. If a new year is possible this time of year. Saw 3 ships and sailing in the...
There's another one. My clerk. Going on about Merry Christmas. With 15 shillings a week. A wife and a family. I'll retire to the lunatic asylum in Bedlam.
Scrooge and Marley,
Scrooge, or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. Yes.
Oh, it pains
7 years ago this very night.
Oh, it pains me to hear it. However, we have no doubt his liberality is well represented by this fine establishment.
His liberality.
Why, yes, I am Miss Patricia Fraser. This is my dear, sweet, orphan niece, Miss Adelaide Fraser. And at this festive season of the year, usually desirable we should make some small type of provision for the poor and the destitute who suffer greatly at the present time. You guys are that ringing. And many more thousands still in need of common comforts.
Are there no prisons?
Why, yes, Mr. Scrooge.
And the union workhouses? They are in operation still?
Right, yes, they are still.
The cleaners, the treadmills, the indigent mines are in full vigor then?
Why, yes, all very busy, sir.
Oh, I was afraid from what you said at first that something had occurred to stop them in their useful course. I'm very glad to hear it.
Why, yes, a few of us are endeavoring to raise a fund to buy the poor some meat and drink and means of warmth. So, what should we put you down for?
Nothing. I wish to be left alone. Since you ask me what I wish, that is my answer. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I cannot afford to make idle people merry. I support the establishments I have mentioned. They cost enough. Those who are badly off must go there.
But, sir, many can't go there.
And they would rather die.
Well then, if they would rather die, they better do it and decrease the surplus population. It's not my business. It's enough for a man to understand his own business and not to interfere in other people's business. Mine occupies me constantly. If you'd allow it. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
You there! Yes, you! You dirty little miscreants! Cease that racket this instant, or I shall strike you smartly and soundly, and you won't soon forget it! Let us hope.
a Savior was born on this day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
Now to the Lord sing praises, all you within this praise, and to love and brotherhood is these truly pride of Christmas, all lovers of His grace. Oh, tidings of
Jacob Marley? It's humbug still. I shan't believe it. I know you.
Ebenezer.
How now? Are you a ghost then?
Ebenezer Scrooge.
What do you want with me?
Much, Ebenezer, much.
Is it you? Or is it not?
Ask me who I was.
Who were you then?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Can you at least sit, Jacob?
I cannot.
Please. Sit, Jacob, please.
I cannot. I must endlessly wander the earth until I have made right what I have done.
Bah! I say humbug!
You don't believe in me?
I do not.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Because the littlest thing affects them. Why, a slight disorder of the stomach can cloud the mind. You might be an undigested bit of beef, a crumb of cheese, a blot of mustard, a fragment of an underdone potato. Yes, there's more gravy than grave about you, whatever you are.
Whoa!
Mercy, dreadful apparition!
Man of the world and mind, do you believe in me or not?
I do, sir, I must. But why do you wonder? And why do you come to me?
It is required of every man that he should walk abroad among his fellow men, giving aid where needed, giving care where necessary. And if that spirit goes not forth in life, he is condemned to do so after death. Oh!
Mercy, Jacob, mercy! You are fettered. Tell me why, spirit.
I've learned the chains which I have forged in life. I made them link by link, yard by yard. Is this pattern not strange to you?
Ever more strange, and even stranger.
You cannot yet see the fetters of which you are bound. Would you care to know the weight and the length of the coils in which you bear? It is a ponderous chain.
I see nothing, spirit.
They are plain for me to see, Ebenezer, since I have passed over.
Jacob Marley. Tell me more. Speak comfort to me, Jacob.
I have none to give, Ebenezer. Not but a little time is permitted to me. I cannot stay. I cannot rest. I cannot linger anywhere. Oh, captive bound in double irons, such am I. Oh, such am I. Oh.
You were always a good man of business, Jacob.
Business? Mankind was my business. The common culture was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance, all my business.
Is there nothing to be done?
Hear me. My time is nearly gone.
I will, but don't be hard upon me. Pray, don't be subtle, Jacob.
I am here tonight to warn you that you have yet a chance, a hope of escaping this fate that I bear. But is it?
Oh, you were always a good friend to me, Jacob. Thank ye.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
Is that the chance and the hope you mentioned, Jacob?
It is. It is.
Jacob, my partner, my friend, all told, I think I'd rather not.
Without their visits, you cannot yet shun the fate that I bear. Expect the first one when the bell tolls 1.
Can't I take them all at once and have it over with, Jacob?
Expect the second at the hour of 2.
I must arrive so early, Jacob. 2 o'clock. I must arrive so early.
The third, however, shall arrive at whatsoever time it listeth.
Jacob, dear Jacob, is there no other course?
Look to see me no more, and look to remember what has passed between us here today.
Sufficient warning against midnight comestibles, I dare say. Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
Been lied to.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past.
What business brings you here?
Your welfare.
My welfare? I cannot help but think that a night of unbroken rest would be more conducive to my welfare.
Your reclamation, then. Take heed. Rise and walk with me.
Good heavens! I was bred in this place. I was a boy here.
And what is that upon your cheek? You recollect this place.
Remember it? I would know it blindfolded. Strange to have forgotten it for so many years. Seamus Taylor! Ho there! Simon! Albert Wilkinson, what say you?
These are but shadows of the things that have been. They have no consciousness of us. Yet, the school is not quite deserted. A solitary boy, neglected by his family, is left there still.
I know it. Gulliver's Travels! I'll be hornswoggled. It's Gulliver's Travels. As a boy, I could never resist the opportunities to read that masterpiece. Jonathan Swift, you know. Oh, well, it's much too late now.
What is the matter?
Nothing, no, nothing. Only, there was a boy singing a Christmas carol at my door last night. I should like to have given him something, that's all.
Let us see another Christmas.
On Christmas Day, I saw fishes come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. And what was in those ships of three on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day? And what was in those ships of three on Christmas Day in the morning? Oh dear brother.
Little Fan, it is such a blessing to see your sweet face.
Oh my dear Ebenezer, I have something quite important to tell you.
What is it then?
I don't know if I'm able. It is so unbearably good.
Fan, pray tell, I must know.
A I've come to bring you home, dear brother. Home, home, home.
You've home?
Yes, oh yes, home for good and home forever and ever.
You've come to take me home?
Father is so much kinder than he used to be. That home is like heaven. And he spoke so gently to me one night when I was going to bed that I was not afraid to ask him once more if he might come home. And he said, yes, you should. And then he sent me in a coach to bring you, and you're to be a man and never come back here. But first, we're to be together all Christmas long. Have the most merriest time in all the world. I saw the ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day.
You are quite a woman, little fan.
I saw the ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning.
Always a delicate creature, whom a breath might have withered, but she had a large heart.
Oh, that she had. You're right, Spirit. I'll not deny it.
She died a woman and had, as I think, children.
One child.
Your nephew.
Yes, Fred.
Do you recollect this place?
Know it? I was apprenticed here. It's old Fezziwig! Bless his heart. It's Fezziwig, alive again!
Yo-ho there! Ebenezer! Richard! Put down those quills this minute! Ben! Rick!
Richard Wilkins. There he is. Bless me, yes. Oh, to be sure. He was quite attached to me, you know. Poor Rick. His passing was far too soon.
Yo-ho, my boys! No more work tonight! Christmas Eve! Ben! Rick! It's Christmas, I say! Let us have this floor cleared before a man can say, Jack Robinson! Yes, Master Richard. Rick. You seem quite distracted as of late, I must say.
Oh, really? Quite noticeable, is it?
Oh yes, Master Richard. Oh yes.
Do you think Belle will be here tonight?
Well, I certainly hope so.
Who else do you think it is?
I just couldn't say, Rick. I just couldn't say.
So...
You couldn't possibly be curious about my sister Van, could you?
Oh, is she coming tonight?
I just couldn't say, Rick. I just couldn't say.
Ebenezer Scrooge, you black-hearted old codger, I'll break your nose and blacken both your eyes. Is Fan coming tonight or not?
Okay. Yes, she is. And she asked about you.
What did she ask? What did she want to know?
Well, you know I'm never one to tell a secret, but she gave me this to give to you. A bit old-fashioned, I'll say. Billy-ho! Clear away, my lads. Let us make lots of room here. Billy-ho, Rick. Cheer up, Ebenezer. Well done, boys. Well done. Let us begin well, my friends. This is my helpmeet, my dance partner, and my co-conspirator, though these many years,
Mrs. Evelyn Felicia Smith Fezziwig.
Husband, pray, not that many years, I'll warrant.
All the years have passed unnoticed in peace and love, Pumpkin. Wedded bliss, I tell you. And I tell you all in all, nothing but benevolent wedded bliss.
Oh! Oh, yes, my love. Nothing but pleasant passage thus far. And yet, in your advanced years, you were fixed upon asking my father for my hand, while still I was showing my youthful blush.
Oh, no, my dear. It was my understanding that you were in danger of becoming an old maid.
I am not so long in the tooth, nor near to the grave as you, my dear.
I'll warrant that you enjoyed great fortune when you won my heart.
Quite so. The prospect of being a happy young widow. In all soberness and candor, we are over the moon this evening to be in the company of such good friends, such good people, in good health and good spirits.
And we are eager to share what the Almighty has seen fit to bestow upon us, and obliged to you for helping to make it thus.
Hence, in the spirit of the season, we have rehearsed a favorite carol from the county of Wessex, which reflects a sentiment we have come to embrace.
And please forgive my caterwaul.
Oh no, my dear, you won't be singing with us tonight. We don't want it ruined in their ears forever. Just the first verse, my dears.
Oh, Mummy, why not all 3 verses? Oh, 'twouldn't be a proper Christmas without all of them.
And Papa must sing.
Oh, yes, most definitely, he must.
Quietly, though. Father, please.
All right. And if you know it, please feel free to join in. Good people all this Christmas time, consider well and bear in mind what our good God for us has done in sending his beloved Son. With Mary holy we should pray to God with love this Christmas day. In Bethlehem upon the morn, there was the blessed Messiah born. Near Bethlehem did shepherds keep their flocks and lambs and feeding sheep. To the angel did appear, which put the shepherds in great fear. Prepare and go, the angel said, to Bethlehem, be not afraid, for there you'll find this happy morn, of blessed babe, sweet Jesus born.
Belle, fine, you look wonderful.
Thankful heart and joyful mind, the shepherds went the days to find. And as the angels heard have told, they did our Savior Christ behold. Within a manger he was laid, and by his side the Virgin Maid. Pretending to the Lord of life, who came to earth to end all strife.
Let us begin by dancing the Brighton two-step.
Oh, yes, let's go, girls. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, la 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 la. Sing the ancient Yuletide carol, la 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 la. Go before us, fa la 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 la. Learn the rest and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Hey, la 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 la. You'll take care of la 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 la.
A small matter to make these silly folks so full of gratitude.
Small?
Why, is it not? He has spent but a few pounds of your mortal money. Is that so much that he deserves this praise?
It isn't that, Spirit. It isn't that. He has the power to render us happy or unhappy, to make our service light or burdensome, a pleasure or a toil. Why, the happiness he gives is quite as great as if it cost a fortune.
Then what is the matter?
Nothing
Something.
particular.
Something, I think.
I would like to be able to say a few words to my clerk just now. That's all.
My time grows short. Quickly.
Well, my dear,
What an imperative situation is making so late on this day.
a business matter required my immediate attention.
I know. Of course I know. It was a business matter. Yet to be this late matters little to me in this moment. And to you must matter less. You it seems to matter very little.
Well, please, if you would allow me to explain and to apologize, I would...
Oh my! How refreshing, this explanation, this apology. How will it be different from all other explanations and apologies? Another idol is supposed to be at Windsor. Oh, my dear Ben, and if it can cheer and comfort you in the time to come as I would have tried to do, I have no just cause to grieve.
What idol has displaced you?
A golden one.
This idol, as you call it, is immunity from the harsh dealings of this world. There is nothing on which it is so hard as poverty, and nothing which it professes to condemn with such severity as the pursuit of wealth.
You fear the world too much. All your other hopes have merged into that of being untouched by the demands of this life. All your other dreams submit to this obsession. I've watched your noble aspirations fall off one by one. Your other hopes, your other goals. As your master passion, gain, gold, wealth, engrosses you.
What then? Is my ambition so despicable? Even if I have grown so much more focused and clever, what then? I am not changed towards you. I am not a bit.
Ben, my dear Ben, our contract is a contract, which was made when we were both born and content to be so, until we can improve our lovely fortune. Yet, we're now quite changed. When it was made, you were another man.
I was a boy.
And it is quite apparent by your own feelings that you are not what you were. I am. That bond which promised happiness when you were one heart is fraught with misery now that you are two. How often and how keenly I've loved this, I cannot say. It is enough. And I release you.
Patience, Belle, have I ever sought release?
In words, no, never.
In what then?
In a changed nature. In an altered spirit. In a different kind of hope. In everything that made my love of any worth of value in your sight. Tell me, if this contract had never been between us, would you seek me out and try to win me now? No, Ben. You would not.
You think not?
I would gladly think otherwise if I could, heaven knows. But if you were free, today, tomorrow, yesterday, can even I believe that you would choose a poor, dowerless girl? Or if for a moment you were false enough to your one guiding principle to do so, the ever pursuit of riches. I know your regret would surely follow. I do know it. I know it far too well. And I release you. With a full heart for the love of whom you once were. You may have painted it for a very brief time. And you will dismiss the recollection of it gladly, as an uncomfortable dream in which it happened well that you awoke. May you be happy in the life you've chosen, Ebenezer. May you find great comfort in your lone pursuit. Ebenezer Scrooge!
Spirit, show me no more. Why do you delight to torture me?
One shadow more.
No more. No more. I don't wish to see it. Show me no more.
Oh, Mummy, these sweets are so lovely. Thank you.
You're very welcome, my dearest.
Remove me from this place.
I told you these were shadows of the things that have been. That they are what they are. Do not blame me.
Remove me. I cannot bear it. Leave me. Take me back.
Remember, Ebenezer.
Haunt me no longer.
Remember.
Man. I say. Come here, you sniveling little weasel. You decrepit old badger, step forth. Look upon me. I am the ghost of Christmas present. I say, you have never seen the likes of me before.
Never.
You mean you have never walked with any of my brothers or sisters born in previous years?
No, I don't think I have. I'm afraid I have not. Have you many brothers and sisters, Spirit?
More than 1,800, man. Hailing back to a night of overwhelming starlight. A night more bright and powerful that shall never diminish nor cool.
A tremendous family to provide for.
Blind as a mole. Will you never look at every point and every moment around you?
Spirit, conduct me where you will. I began this course by compulsion, and yet I have learnt lessons that are working within me now. Tonight, if you have aught to teach me, let me profit by it.
Touch my robe.
Spirit, I wonder that you, of all the many beings in the world around us, would seek to extinguish these people's hope of a guiltless pleasure.
I?
That you would seek to deprive them of their foods on the 7th day, to fast through some few hours of leisure and familiar comfort.
I seek to deprive them?
Forgive me if I am wrong. It has been done in your name.
There are those upon this earth of yours who claim to know us, the ethereal spirits of this world, whose only hope is to bring light to this ever-widening darkness.
I have upset you. Spare me your wrath, Spirit.
Those who do their deeds of passion, pride, ill will, hatred, envy, bigotry, and selfishness in our name, who are as strangers to us and all our kith and kin as if they had never lived.
I suppose I was mistaken.
Remember that, man, and charge their doings upon them, and not upon us.
That I shall promise, Ghost.
Shush, go on, shush. Go.
The holly and the ivy, and they're both full grown. Of all the trees that are in the wood, the holly bears the crown. The rising of the sun, and the running of the deer, the playing of merry
Why is singing not on?
sweet singing in the choir. The holly bears the blossom, as white as lily flower, and every bore sweet Jesus Christ to be our sweet Savior. The holly bears the berry, as
No.
I
I told you guys, you spent all the way from the sweet shop.
Portia, Nigel, you two need to quiet down and wash up.
Were you two at the back of the sweet shop begging for licorice?
Oh, no, Belinda. No, we were not at all. Oh, no, Belinda, no. We were not beg at the back door of the sweet shop for licorice. No, Portia, no. We would never beg at the back door of the sweet shop for anything.
Then why do you smell like peppermint?
We weren't begging, Belinda. We were just asking. Very politely, too. And we were asking for peppermint.
Then why do you smell like licorice?
Well, Mr. Alex has asked me if I wanted peppermint, and I said no, that I wanted licorice. It's Christmas, because it's Christmas, he said. It's even Christmas in Sweden, did you know that?
What have I told you both about begging Mr. Erickson for sweets? And about bearing false witness? I should send you both to your room for the rest of the day and close the door.
On Christmas, Mother! Not on Christmas, Mother, please. Please, not on Christmas Day.
Well, it is Christmas. But I could change my mind at any turn, so you'd better mind your mum. Now, run along and fetch Peter, have him bring in that goose. Your father must be almost here by the clock.
And Tim.
Get on now.
Whew. That was a close one. Look how strong you are, Peter.
Right here, careful.
Thank you, Peter. It smells so very, very good.
Mummy made it.
But I couldn't have got it on the table without your help, Peter, or even prepared it without your help, Belinda. Although I'm curious as an oyster, whatever's got your precious father then?
And Tim.
And Martha, we're nearly done.
Yes, where's Martha too? She was as late last Christmas by half an hour.
Here's Martha.
Martha!
Why, bless your heart alive, my dear, how late you are.
Well, we'd a deal of work to finish up at the shop last night and had to clear away from Mother.
No matter, so long as you are come.
At the last. Merry Christmas to you as well, dear sister. I knew I could depend on you. Merry, merry, evermore merry, dearie.
Hello, song.
Oh, the song.
And how about you have a cup of tea?
Yes, my dear.
The holly bends
Strawberry, as red as any flood, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ to do poor sinners good. The holly bears a prickle, as sharp as any dart, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ on early Christmas morn. No, there's Father coming.
Good evening, my
There you are.
dears. Come on, Tiny Tim.
Welcome home.
Let's put you down right here.
Hello, Tim.
All right.
Took you so long.
Oh, you know, carrying this little fella. And I'm so glad to see your lovely face on this lovely day.
Father, you have soot on your forehead.
Oh, you'll be such a wonderful mother and a wife, won't my dear?
For a very, very lucky suitor.
Oh, look, she's blushing. You're as blushed as a country pea.
You have news. Tell us.
No. Let us not even whisper of it. It might break a charm.
Oh, you never happy news then.
I will only say that it might be a very happy new year for myself and for all of us.
You're so deserving, my dear.
Are you feeling well enough?
Well, it has been a very busy season, and I mean to lie abed tomorrow for a good long rest.
That's good.
Well, little toads, come listen to the pudding singing in the copper.
The pudding? Yes, sir, Mr. Peter.
Hurry on, Tim.
Come on, Nigel, come.
So, how did little Tim behave?
As good as gold, and even better. He gets so thoughtful sitting by himself so much, thinking the strangest things you've ever heard. Coming home, he said he was glad the people saw him in the church because it might be helpful to them to remember upon the Christmas day who made the lame beggars walk and blind men see.
My tiny little boy and my good husband. Happy day to you.
And countless more, my love, countless more.
Time for Christmas dinner then.
Oh, my dear, there never was such a goose. There never was such a goose.
Hurrah, what a feast.
Thank you all. Thank you, Mary. Let's go.
There's a bar as bitter as an eagle, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ for to redeem us all. The rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of merry organ.
May I have one?
Singing in the choir.
Bruh.
Wonderful
that?
pudding, my dear. Wonderful.
What do you call that? Tic Tac. That's what you call it. You call it a Tic Tac.
I shall taste first. I regard this the greatest success of Mother Cratchit since our marriage.
Oh, you! What do you call these children of yours that I've brought up and bred right?
Ah, you're quite right, dear. There is no comparison. Children, this pudding is far better than all of you together.
Father! What's wrong with you?
At least
Long
now
do
I
you
can
know?
get all that off my mind.
Merry Christmas to us all. God bless us.
God bless us. God bless us, everyone.
Tell me if Tiny Tim will live.
I see a vacant seat in the chair beside by the fire, and a crutch without an owner. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
Oh no, good spirit. Tell me he will be spared.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, none other of my kin shall find him there.
Is there nothing to be done?
What be it then? If he be likely to die, he had better do it, and decrease the surplus population. Man, will you decide what men shall live and what men shall die? It may be under the sight of heaven that you are more worthless and less fit to live than that poor man's child.
And to Mr. Scrooge. To Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
The founder of the the feast indeed. I wish he were here and I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon, and I'm sure he'd have a good appetite for it.
Mary, the children, Christmas Day.
It should be Christmas Day, I'm sure, upon which one drinks the health of such an odious, stingy, hard, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge.
And greedy. And ugly and ill-tempered. And he smells of old cabbage.
Children!
And he lurks around in that dark, old, enormous building, looking on dogs and children.
Belinda!
You know he is all of that, Robert. Nobody knows it better than you, poor fellow.
Merry Christmas Day.
I'll drink his health for your sake and the day's, but not for his. Long life to him, and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year too. I'm sure he'll be very merry and very happy and generous and chipper, I've no doubt.
Should we sing some hymns?
May God bless us, everyone, even smelly old Mr. Scrooge.
Would you like to sing, Tim?
Can we sing Woo Wee Woo Way now?
What? Such a melancholy tune.
It's far too sad, Tim.
That is not the goat.
It's not sad, it's true. It was real, Mom, wasn't it?
Yes, son, it was.
But Tim, there's so many happier carols for Christmas.
But it is happy. Isn't it happy that baby Jesus went to Egypt and escaped the evil King Herod?
Tim is the youngest, so he should get to pick the first song. Go ahead, Tim.
Of course you should, of course. We should sing this song. You start us, Tim.
Woo-wee, woo-way, thou little tiny child. Bye-bye, loo-lee, loo-lay, thou little tiny child. Bye-bye, loo-lee, loo-lay. All sisters too, how may we do for to preserve this day, these four younglings for whom we sing. Bye-bye, loo-lee, loo-lay. Herod the king in his raging charged he doth this day these men of might in his own sight, all young children to slay. Oh, woe is me, poor child, for thee, and every morn and day for thy parting, neither say nor sing. Bye-bye, woo-wee, woo-way.
Come now, we have other shadows to see. What child is this who lays on Mary's lovely sleep? Angels breathe with her sweet. All shepherds watch our keeping. This cry
Christmas a humbug! As I live, he believed it too.
More shame for him, Fred.
Oh, he is a comical old fellow, that's the truth. And as unpleasant as he might be at times, I have nothing to say against him.
Well, I'm sure he's very rich. At least you always tell me so, Fred.
What of that, my dear? You don't do any good with it. You don't benefit anyone with it. You don't even make himself comfortable with it. You don't even have the benefit and satisfaction of thinking that he is going to benefit us with it.
Well, I have no patience with him.
Oh, I have. I pity him. Who suffers from his ill whims every year? Himself, always. I plan to give him the same opportunity every year, whether he likes it or not.
Well, my dear,
Why, I think he misses out on quite a time with us.
I agree. I think he misses a very good dinner, if I must say it myself.
Well, I very much agree, my dear. It was splendid. Spot on. What do you say, Topper?
Oh, please, Fred. Don't ask me. A bachelor is a wretched outcast who has no right to express an opinion on the subject.
Well, man of the world, Topper.
And because I know not where I'll be from one day to the next, I am a beggar who might starve without the generosity and compassion of good people like you.
Oh, spare us your theatrics. What did you think?
Fortunately, although I'm no connoisseur, I loved every last morsel.
I'm very grateful and appreciative, Topper. Thank you. All right, do go on, my dear. You never finished what you meant to say. You are a ridiculous fellow.
I am made ridiculous by my love for you.
Oh, no. You shan't distract me with your flattery. Do go on.
I cannot continue without a peck upon the lips. I was only going to say that the consequence of his taking a dislike to us and not making merry with us is that he misses out on a few pleasant moments that could do him no harm. I plan on giving him the same opportunity whether he likes it or not. I pity him. He may wait out Christmas till the day he dies, but I defy him. If he finds me coming to him in good cheer year after year and saying, Uncle Scrooge, how are you? Please come and join us for some of our tremendous dinner. He might at least give his poor clerk an extra 50 quid per year. I think I shook him yesterday.
You should shake him like a chicken you're preparing for supper.
All this talk of my uncle puts me in a melancholy humor. Moira, my dear, would you please join me in singing me Mother's favorite song? That should lift our spirits somewhat.
Dear Mother Fan, of course, my dear.
Saw three ships come
Sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. And what was in those ships, all three, on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day? And what was in those ships, all three, on Christmas Day in the morning?
Our Savior Christ and His Lady on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Our Savior Christ and His Lady on Christmas Day in the morning. And whither sailed those ships, all three, on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day? And whither sailed those ships, all three, on Christmas Day in the morning? Oh, they sailed to Bethlehem
on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Oh, they sailed to Bethlehem on Christmas Day in the morning. And all the bells shall ring on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And all the bells on earth shall ring on Christmas Day in the morning. Let us all rejoice, amen, on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And let us all rejoice, amen, on Christmas Day in the morning.
But Spirit, they're just beginning the carols.
We cannot wait.
Just until the end of the song.
And all the souls on earth shall sing on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And all the souls on earth shall sing on Christmas Day in the morning. Oh, thank you, my dear. Thank you so very much. Unfortunately, all this goodwill does put me in mind of my ill-willed and melancholy uncle who should be here on this day to celebrate with his kith and kin.
Indeed. He has given us much devotion and merriment, I'm sure.
And it would be ungrateful not for him to drink his health.
Then, let us take in our hand today this mulled wine. And I say, Uncle Scrooge.
Uncle Scrooge.
Merry Christmas to him, and a Happy New Year, whatever he is. He wouldn't take it from me, but may he have it nevertheless. Uncle Scrooge.
Here.
May he feel the joy of the season in spite of his spiteful self.
Here.
Spirit, these children who pester you so.
Silence, man. Touch my robe, and I shall bear you safely, and you shall see with your own eyes.
What place is this?
A place where miners dwell, who labor in the bellies of the earth. But they know me. See? Those who work the ways of the waters, see them?
Spirit, forgive me if I am not justified in what I ask, but these children with ever increasing demands.
Oh, look here, man. Look here.
Are they yours, Spirit?
They are man's, and they cling to me and whomever else they are able to see and touch. This child is want. This child is ignorance. Beware them both, for they are outraged that mankind may never own them, but desperate and hoping they someday might. They will never find comfort nor consolation until the end of time. Deny it, mankind! Deny it with your slanderous tongues, for you are they who have created want and allowed ignorance to grow. Will you never give them relief until you have manufactured your own doom?
Have they no refuge or resource?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?
Spirit, will you never forgive my guilt or forget my shame?
It is not mine to forgive, nor to forget, only as 'twere to hold a mirror to mankind, showing them their true form.
Can aught be done, Spirit?
My time is much spent, and yet perhaps God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born upon this day, to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
My time is much spent. Be strong, man, but be wise.
yet to come. You are about to show me the shadows of the things that have not been. That will be in the time before us. Is that so? Is that not so? Spirit, have you eyes? Ghost of the future, of Christmas yet to come. I fear you more than any spectre I have yet seen. And yet, you are here to do me good, are you not? And, as I hope to live to be a different man than what I was, I am prepared to bear your company, and do so with a thankful heart. Will you not speak to me? Lead on then. The night is waning fast, and this is precious time to me, I know. Lead on, Spirit, pray. Lead on.
No, I haven't heard either way. All I know is he's dead.
How did he die?
Who knows?
And what has he done with his money?
I haven't heard. Perhaps he left it to his company. He hasn't left it to me. That's all I know. It's likely to be a very cheap funeral. For upon the life of me, I can't think of anyone to attend it.
It's a shame.
Say, gents, suppose we make a party and volunteer.
I don't mind going if lunch is provided, but if we put one together, I must be fed.
I feel I am the most disinterested in going, but I suppose I shall if the two of you are. And we can drink our fill of mulled port afterwards at Boar's Head.
Hear, hear.
I say, I can't help but think I may have been his most particular friend, for we used to stop and speak whenever we met.
I must say, a flagon of mulled port does not sound amiss at this very moment.
Or two.
Indeed.
Say, have you heard of their new hot buttered rum? Sounds delicious to me, I must say. Say, my mouth waters at the very thought. Let us be off.
What? And you?
Not so, is it you? Both of you.
You and myself right here and now then.
I knew I might be seeing you on this day, but I didn't know I'd be seeing you all at the same hour.
I'm right here, Joe. Let the charwoman be the first. Let the laundress be the second. Let the undertaker's man be the third. Look, we've all three met here without meaning it.
And you couldn't have met at a better place. I pray thee come into the parlor. We're all well suited. We're all well matched. Come into the parlor.
What odds then? What odds? Of course, I say every person hereabouts has the right to take care of themselves. He always did.
That's true indeed. No man more so.
Why then, woman, quit standing there staring as if you was afraid. Who's the wiser?
We're not going to pick holes into those coats, I suppose.
No point in it, is there?
There's no sense fighting between ourselves.
Very well then. That's enough. Who's the worse for the loss of a few things like these. Not the dead, I suppose.
No, Mom. Not where he's going.
If he wanted to take the things with him when he was dead, the old and wicked screw, then he should have been a more good and natural person when he was alive. Then he would have had somebody to be with him when he was struck with death, rather than lying there alone, gasping out his last breath.
It's the truest word ever spoke. It's a judgment on him.
Should have been a little harsher judgment, I wish. And it should have been, you can depend upon it.
Emptied out his pulses and drew on those lovely silken pillows.
Oh, Joe, open my bundle and tell me the value of it. Speak out plain. Not afraid to be first. Let them see it.
We knew pretty well that we were helping ourselves before we met here.
Open
Ain't no sin.
Open my bundle.
Hang on there. I still got to get back to work. The consumption's out there this time of year. There's a bugger to give you.
Dink of the sinners.
There is your account, and I wouldn't give you another penny if I were to be boiled alive for not doing so. Who's next? Let me see. I always give too much to my friends. It's a weakness of mine. It's the road to ruin, if you ask me. And if you ask for another penny, I'll repent myself for being so liberal and knock off half a crown.
Mercy sake, Joe, open my bundle.
What do you have here, Missy? Bed curtains?
I have bed curtains, Mum.
You don't mean to say you took them down, rings and all, with him just lying there?
Yep, rightly so, and why not?
You were born to make your fortune, and none dare say nay. Wait, I hope he didn't die of anything catching.
Don't worry about that, Mum. Nothing took him but his own breath and the bones that he was breathing with. And if you look at that shirt till your eyes ache, you won't find a hole in it. The best he had. They would have wasted it if it hadn't been for me.
What do you call wasting of it?
Putting it on him to be buried, of course.
Spirit, I see. How the case of that unhappy man might be my own. Merciful heavens! What is that? What man was that? This bedroom seems all too familiar. How simple it would seem to lift a bedsheet. And I long to do it, but I cannot. Spirit, this is a fearful place. In leaving it, I shall not forget its lessons. I understand you, and I would do it, but I have not the power. Spirit, I have not the power. Spirit, show me some tenderness connected with the death.
At the same time came disciples unto Jesus, saying, Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Jesus called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them, and said, Verily, verily, I say unto you, except ye be
converted,
and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. And whoso
this hurts my eyes.
Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me.
Did you see your father on the way?
No, but we were coming from the shop.
It's well past his time to be home, isn't it?
Well past.
How are you enjoying the millinery shop, Belinda?
What's to enjoy? Stitching together a lot of really nonsense so that really women can come along and purchase something with cock feathers that might wake their snoring husbands from beside the fire and notice them.
Belinda, please.
I told you out of me. And went to great lengths to stick you to that position.
And we are grateful, Martha, for the additional support brought into this family. Aren't we, Belinda?
Yes, Mum. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. You'll get used to it right off.
Thank Mr. Glickman.
And I won't hear you two going on with such an arduous din when your father returns.
I won't, Mother.
Especially not today.
No.
Whenever he returns.
Do you think he's been beaten or robbed?
Beaten and robbed? Portia, whatever put that idea into your head?
I like him too much.
Besides,
My mic's muted.
he'd probably give them whatever they asked for before, whatever they wanted, before they even asked.
And then ask them to Christmas dinner.
Although, I do think he has walked a little slower than he used to these last few evenings, Mother.
Yes, but I've seen him walk rather fast indeed with Tiny Tim on his shoulder.
So have I, often, charging on like a fox hunt.
As your father was a great galloping horse. Or when Tim was flying like a little sparrow.
Oh, he was very light to carry, wasn't he?
There's your father at the door.
Good evening, dearest. I went to see it today. I wish you could have been there with me. It would have done you good to see how a green place it is. But you shall see it often. I promised him we would go there on a Sunday. My little child, my tiny little child.
Sorry, Dad. It's a child.
Your tender feelings do you credit, Peter. Do not be ashamed of those, my son. Well, Peter, my boy, I'm pleased to say I saw Scrooge's nephew, Fred, just right on the avenue. And he gave me his personal card and said, you could come to see him as soon as is feasible.
Why, sir?
To see if he might have a desirable working situation for you. Isn't that wonderful? Well, I have seen Fred so rarely, no more perhaps than once a year. And he said, Master Bob Cratchit, you look a little down, you know. So I told him of our current circumstance, and he said that he was heartily sorry for it, and that he was heartily sorry for my good wife.
Oh, my dear, he's a good soul.
How did he know that Mummy's a good wife?
Everybody knows that.
Well observed, my boy, well observed.
They should call you Goodbye Cratchit.
Heartily sorry, he said. Heartily sorry for your good wife. And if I may be of service to you in any way, giving me his card, that's where I live. Pray come to me. No, it wasn't for the sake of anything of note that he might be able to do for us, so much as for his kind way. It seemed as if he had known our tiny Tim, and he felt the same along with us.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
And you would be sure of it if you saw and spoke to him. And mark what I say here and now. I should not be at all surprised if he got Peter a very legitimate situation.
Only hear that, Peter.
And he might have a desirable situation for me as well, do you think?
Belinda.
And for Martha too, of course.
Thank you so much, dear sister, for thinking of my welfare. And then Peter will be keeping company with someone and setting up
Along with you. It's just as likely as not, Peter, and one day there will be a young woman.
There's plenty of time for that. Don't go making me a grandmother so soon, Robert.
But however and whenever we part from one another, I'm sure we shall none of us forget, shall we?
No.
How could we ever?
I reckon this truly is the first parting there's been among us.
And I know, my dears, as we recollect how patient and how mild he was, although he was a little child, that we shall not easily quarrel among ourselves and forget our little brother in doing it. Shall we?
No.
I'm very happy, my dears, my sweet. I'm happy for us in our little family.
Not that little. I'd say we're a pretty good sized crew, wouldn't you?
Spirit, something tells me that the time of our parting is near at hand. I know it. And I know not how I know it. Was that man? Before I go near that headstone, answer me one question. Answer me one question. Men's lives will foreshadow certain ends to which they must lead if they persevere in that course. But if the life course be changed, the ends be changed. See, it is thus. See, it is thus with me. Am I the man upon the bed? Oh no! Oh no, Spirit, no, 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 no! Spirit, children, please, no, hear me! I am not the man I was! I am not the man I would have been! Except for your instructions here this night! Why show me this? If I am past all hope, why? Good Spirit, children, I feel your nature intercedes for me and pities me. Assure me that I might change the shadows that you have shown me with an altered life. I will keep the spirit of Christmas. It will live within me, and I will try to keep it all the year. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. All three will strive within me. I shall not forget or shut out the lessons that they have taught. Please tell me that I might live to see another blessed Christmas. I will, you know. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. All three will strive within me. Oh, Jacob Marley, merciful heaven, and Christmas time be praised for this. I say it right from my heart, old Jacob, right from my heart. here. They are not torn down. They are here. And I am here. The shadows of what would have been will be dispelled. They will be. I know it, I know they will be. I don't know what to do. I'm like a feather. I'm as happy as a schoolboy. I'm as giddy as a drunken sailorman. Merry Christmas to everybody, and a Happy New Year to all the world. What? I think I know what day it is. How long have I been amongst the spirits? It feels like years. What? I don't think I know anything at all. I'm just a baby. Like a baby in so many ways. Never mind, I'd rather be a baby. I'll start from right here, and right now. Hello there, you there!
Me, sir, I'm not doing nothing.
What day is it today?
Huh? What? Today?
Yes, my fine fellow. What day is it?
Today, sir. Why, Christmas Day, of course.
Christmas Day. Oh, by all that is blessed, I haven't missed it. The spirits have already got it all done. Of course they have. They can do anything they like. But fine fellow, do you know the poultry butcher? On the next one over.
I sure hope I do. I've been passed through enough times.
Ah, remarkable boy. A delightful boy. Do you know if they sold the prize turkey? The one that was hanging there. The big one.
The one big as me.
Oh, remarkable lad. It's a pleasure to talk to you, my dear boy.
It's hanging there now.
Is it? Go and buy it.
I doubt that, sir. I ain't got for 3 odd pennies.
No. I am in earnest. Go and bring them here, that I might give them the directions where to take it. Hence, if you're back with the man and the bird, I shall give you a shilling. Come back in 5 minutes, and I'll give you half a crown. What will you now?
Yes, sir.
My dear ladies, how do you do? I hope that you were successful yesterday in making supplements for those in need. It was very kind of you. Yes, that's me. On Merry Christmas to you both. And call me Ebenezer.
Guessing that's the right way. Where is it? That's it, Escanor.
Oh, bless me. Are you quite serious, Mr. Scrooge?
Oh, if you please, and not a farthing less. There are a great many back payments included in it, I assure you. Now, will you do me that favor?
We will. Oh, yes. We will accept it, and we'll be all frugal and generous all at once.
Mr. Scrooge, we don't know what to do with such munificence.
Oh, please, don't say anything at all, and would you call me Ebenezer?
Of course, Ebenezer. It is.
Now tell me, will you accept it?
Why, of course, Mr. Scrooge, and we thank you for it.
Oh, bless you both. I am much obliged to ye. I thank you 50 times.
And thank you, Mr. Scrooge.
And Merry Christmas!
And a Merry Christmas to you, sir.
That's what I'm trying.
Mrs. Dilbert, isn't it? You do my bedding.
Oh,
We're getting ready.
sorry. Is something wrong?
No,
Just
not
right
all.
here.
Have I made a grave mistake, sir?
Oh, no, Mama. Everything's been just fine. I say, here. These do not serve me at present. Might you have some use for them?
Oh, thank you, sir, thank you. I certainly can. Are you sure it's not too much to part with?
Not at all. You can't take it all with you, I suppose.
Oh, no, sir.
A happy day to you, ma'am. Is my nephew at home?
Nephew? Master Frederick? And you are?
I am his Uncle Ebenezer.
I've not seen you here before.
And that is something that I would like to change starting today. Now, whithersoever is Master Fred?
Come sit. I'll go find the master and mistress.
Very well. My dear, you have a stunning smile. Your husband must find it rather fetching.
Thank you, sir. I'll confess to you, he could do a bit better about wooing me.
Fred!
Why, bless my soul. Who's that?
It is I, your Uncle Scrooge. I have come to dinner. Might I stay?
Stay, Uncle. Of course I'll let you stay.
Oh, thank you, Fred. Thank you.
You are very welcome. Of course I'll let you stay, Uncle. Uncle, this is my dear wife, Moira.
Oh, my dear Moira. What a lovely name.
Why, thank you, Uncle Scrooge.
Oh, would you please call me Uncle Ebenezer?
Why, of course, Uncle Ebenezer. Did you know that in the Bible, an Ebenezer was an altar built into the Lord?
Yes, that was due to my mother's hopes for me. She passed on the day I was born, actually. And my father, well, times were different then, weren't they? And the father had to be very strict and rather stern, didn't he?
Oh, Uncle Ebenezer, it pains me to hear about your early life.
Thank you. Moira, you have such a beautiful face and such lovely eyes. My nephew Fred, he has his mother's eyes. And there are some times that I can't look at him and see his mother in those eyes, and I don't get quite overcome.
Mother Fan, your sister.
Yes, I was hoping that I might ask a small favor.
Of course, anything.
I understand that you have a lovely singing voice.
Now, where would you have heard that?
Would you please sing part of the song, I Saw Three Ships? It was one of my sister's favorites, and I haven't been able to sing it or even hear it for many a year now. How old are you getting to be, nephew?
Old enough to notice, I dare say.
Well, hence, for that many years since his birth, would you,
How did you know this was mine?
please?
I saw three ships
Come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. And what were in those ships, all three, on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day? What were in those ships, all three, on Christmas Day in the morning?
Bob. Robert.
Mr. Scrooge, we had such a long night.
Husband. Here. You are already so late. Have this tea. There's no time for it to cool. I kept saying to be cautious.
It is but once a year, Mary.
And you kept saying that.
Could you please go and tell Mr. Scrooge I'm ill today?
If you don't get straight to the counting house, you'll have all year to stay home and think about it because you've been sacked by old Mr. Scrooge.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Scrooge, yes. You're quite right, my dear. I must go to the office now.
Yes, you must. Get on with you now.
Okay, I'm going. I'm coming. I'm very sick. Mary, could you please tell Mr. Scrooge I'm ill?
He will not stand for it.
Okay. What was that?
Come in.
Cratchit! It's 18 past the hour.
Oh, yeah.
You might as well not even bother to go into work today.
Oh no, Mr. Scrooge. I must go to the office today. I'm so sorry. I'm well behind my time, and I shall be ready forthwith.
Yes, you're well beyond the beginning of the workday, or I do not.
It is but once a year, sir.
Yes. I heard all that rubbish yesterday.
Now you hold your tongue. I have a few things I'd like you to hear.
Mary, please.
Therefore, I am about to give you the rest of the day off and raise your salary.
Sir?
A Merry Christmas to you, Bob, and to your delightful children.
Mr. Scrooge.
My dear Mrs. Cratchit, I have been remiss in my responsibilities to you and to your lovely family. Allow me to take this opportunity to apologize and promise to do better by you in the future, although perhaps you might want to save that until next year.
Yes.
And would you please call me Ebenezer, Mum?
Of course, Ebenezer.
But, Mr. Scrooge, you wish to apologize? But it is me who is so tardy today.
I very much owe you a merrier Christmas than I have ever given you, Bob, for many a year now. I'll raise your salary, and I will endeavor to assist your family where needed. And we will discuss your affairs this very day. Might I stay?
Of course.
Young man, I have been to a shop owned by a Mr. Erickson, and he tells me that the children of today, on a Christmas day, very much like the taste of peppermint. Is that so?
Oh, yes, Mr. Scrooge. Last week's was the day late because he peppermint on a Christmas day.
And do you?
Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Scrooge. Thank you, Mr. Scrooge.
And you? Wouldn't you like a smart piece of peppermint as well?
No.
How about a few pieces of licorice then?
Mr. Scrooge?
Young man, I understand that you are about the age to be seeking out a promising internship. Am I correct in that observation?
Yes, sir. Other lads my age are starting up with trades and apprenticeships.
How would you like to apprentice with your father? When I am dead and gone, which might not be too long now, my nephew will likely inherit my interests, and he will need an honest, dedicated, hard-working man like your father to manage them for him. And your father will need a clever boy like you to help him to do it. But I want you to examine all of your options. And if you're interested, come and see me.
Yes, sir.
Young lady, my niece received instruction, theory, and analysis from the Girls' and Women's College of Northumbria. Now I know it is not in fashion for a woman to be a scholar. However, I think that you would thrive in that atmosphere, one charged with challenging ideas and superior debate. I say we put an application in by sundown. What say you?
Whatever I need to sign my name to, Mr. Scrooge, I most surely will.
No.
And you must be Martha. It would seem to me that having your dad and your brother well versed in the areas of lending and finance, that you might want to save, invest, and budget, that you might someday open your own millinery shop, an endeavor to which I would be delighted to assist you. But now, I have some business to attend to with a Mr. Timothy Cratchit. Do you like stories of adventure, my boy?
Oh, yes, sir, very much so.
Are you familiar with this book? It is a tale of a small people who are clever enough to overcome their many challenges in life.
As small as me?
Oh, smaller, much smaller, and so much to overcome. I would like to give you this book, Tim. What do you think of that?
I think that's brilliant, Scrooge, but I can't read.
Yet.
Well then, I shall have to come and read it to you bit by bit then, won't I? And I shall do my best to not smell of old cabbage whilst we are in close quarters. Now, Bob, I do believe that we are discussing your future with the Scrooge and Marley firm of lending, finance and reclamation. And I say we discuss your affairs this very day, and might we sample a mite of that gin? What say you?
Sure.
I say, God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all, and infinitely more.
And to Tiny Tim,
Who did not die.
he was a second father.
He became as good a friend.
As good as an employer.
And a good man as the good old city knew.
Some people laughed to see the alteration in him, but he let them laugh and little heeded them.
For he was wise enough to know that nothing ever happened on this globe for good at which some people did not have their fill of laughter.
Knowing that most of these would be blind anyway, he thought it well enough that they should wrinkle up their eyes in grins and smirks.
His own heart laughed, and that was enough for him.
He had no further exchanges with his gifts.
And it was said of him that no man kept Christmas better than him, if any man knew the knowledge.
May that be truly said of all of us.
And so, as Tiny Tim observed,
God bless us, everyone.
On the back of your program are the words to angels we have heard on high. And we would be delighted if you would sing with us the first verse.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo.